Right, some of you'll recognise this. You can't quite hear the Hampden Roar, but Hampden Park's literally behind that building. This is Mount Florida, the Mount Florida Flats. That's Battlefield, that's the Mount Florida station. And I genuinely have randomly been at a meeting and come round the corner and I found myself at the headquarters of Cathcart, right in the corner here. And I've been in chatting to them. There's nobody in, not because there's nobody working, the opposite, they're all out in the hoof at the moment. And there's one guy, he's a councillor, Glasgow SNP councillor for Springburn. He lives in this area, represents Springburn, but you'll see he's got a broken arm, so he can't go to Springburn, and he's holding the fort here. And I want to just show you, this genuinely happened. This is not a setup. This is not a setup. And I think this is so typical of what's happening in hundreds of places, hundreds of incidents like this. Right, my friend, I've introduced you vaguely, but just if you could tell people who you are and what you're doing here.
Right, I'm a councillor for Springburn, but I live just around the corner here in Cathcart. And given that I've got a broken arm in 4 places, I can't go to Springburn, so I come in here every day and see people like this chap.
So you're sort of manning or staffing the audience?
I'm just staffing.
Whilst there's a good number out knocking the doors as we speak?
There's about 32, 33 out just now.
So maybe the cynic would say this looks quiet, but this is a good thing. We're no hanging round rooms chatting to each other.
If you come in here half an hour ago, you wouldn't get in the door. Right.
But the point is, we're no sitting around talking about, you know, slagging off Joanne Lamont and indulging ourselves. We're actually out talking to real people.
Too many.
And this gentleman, who I've never met in my life and you've never met, has just done what? You've just randomly come in here, sir.
I've just come in, yes. I live round the corner. Meant to come in for a wee while now, and I feel I want to help out.
And just give us your name, just for the record.
My name's Malcolm, and
can I ask you, Malcolm, what age are you roughly?
I'm 34.
Right, you're 34, and have you ever helped or volunteered to help in any political campaign in your life?
I've never been involved in any political campaign, political party. I've never been involved in any kind of election campaign at all, but I feel this is so
See, this is random. It might not have happened, but it did happen, and it's happened within 3 minutes of me arriving. And I think in microcosm, this is what's happening in hundreds, if not thousands, of incidents. I have really noticed this myself.
Yes shops all over the place.
Yes, not just yes shops. I'll give you an example if I can just talk over myself. My son's 18. And a lot of his friends have known I've been involved in the Yes campaign for a while, and they've kind of been mildly interested, and I'm not even sure whether they're yes or no voters. The number of them 18-year-old lads have come up to me like a dad and said, how can I help? And that to me has never happened. And okay, you're a bit older, but it's the same basic principle. Folk just don't want to vote yes, they want to be part of it. And I don't think that's happening remotely. And I've taken some pictures around the tenements and I'll put them up just as picture stills.
I want to wake up on the 19th and think, I did something for that.
Yes. It's not just the 19th, I think you want to tell your grandchildren 25 years from now that you did that. So here he is, he's signing up, the latest volunteer, not just in Yes Cathcart, but in Yes Scotland and Yes the World. And it's happening here literally within spitting distance of Hampden. If we listen, we can hear the Hampden Roar, a real one. And they've got the flags and everything.
Yeah, the results are getting us.
We are going to win this, people. Believe me, we're going to win it. Not through complacency, but through this. Just bloody hard work.
52 yes, 8 no, and 15 undecided.
Oh.
You keep hearing the media say it, and the poll says this.
Right.
Who've never voted.
A lot of them never voted. We're signing up making sure you're getting them.
I'm going to leave it here because I know you can make these videos too long for folk to watch, but this is just real life. This is Wednesday night. What's the date today? Is it the 27th of August 2014. This is what happened. And if you want to understand after the event, Professor John Curtis and all these Ivory League profs and people of what's really happening, you should have been here, no sitting in a coffee lounge in the BBC.
I think that Curtis said a week